The fluorescent lights hummed as Maria Santos stood in the doorway of room 147, watching something that made her stomach knot. The kids sat at a kidney-shaped table, heads down over worksheets. The special education aide moved between them. What's 7 times 8? Nope, try again. Dylan stared at his fingers under the table, moving them in small patterns, trying to find an answer that wouldn't come. 11 years as a curriculum director, Maria could recognize this: well-meaning people using methods that didn't work. The data for her district told a story she couldn't look away from. 68% of students living in poverty scored below proficiency in math. 72% of students of color were also below proficiency in math, and 91% of students with IEPs were below proficiency. These weren't just numbers. They were kids whose futures were narrowing before they'd even started. Maria's teachers were trying everything, but working hard at something that doesn't work creates its own kind of suffering. We can't keep doing what's not working and expect different results. The workshop she went to was almost by accident. It was 1 hour at a regional conference. She'd never heard of the group All Learners Network that was running the conference, but the presenter spoke differently. Teachers can't just impart knowledge, they said. Students have to build understanding for themselves. The video the presenter showed was a girl with learning differences explaining her thinking about fractions, her face bright with discovery. A boy they showed used manipulatives, his teacher asking him questions instead of giving answers. Students actually thinking. This sounds too good to be true, she thought, but what if it isn't? At the full-day workshop, Maria sat alone in her car at lunch. She knew in her bones that what she'd been doing all morning was the answer she'd been looking for. This was the answer to what kept her up at night: how to help these kids. But answers come with price tags, multi-year commitment, substantial investment. She went to her superintendent and told her, "We need to focus on mathematics." Her superintendent looked up. "Have we solved reading yet?" "We're working on it, but math is in crisis, and we have lots of professional development for literacy. We need to attend to math finally." The superintendent leaned back. "Maria, I trust your judgment. It's your call." This lukewarm permission from the superintendent was the scariest thing. When Maria called All Learners Network and asked, When can I begin?" the representative told her, "Well, whenever you're ready, we're here." Maria said, "Maybe next year," even though in her heart she thought, our students don't have a year to spare. Later, in January, Maria found herself back in room 147. Dylan was still there, older now, taller, still at that kidney-shaped table. "What's 9 times 7? The aide asked kindly. "Think." Dylan guessed 54. "Nope. Try again." At that moment, something broke in Maria's chest. This kid wasn't learning math. He was learning that he couldn't learn math. He was learning that he was broken. Everyone in that room meant well, but the result was the same. She visited 3 more classrooms, good teachers talking, while students stared at windows, at clocks, at anything but at the math that was being talked at them. She remembered that ALN video. Students' faces lit up, wrestling with problems, building understanding with their own hands. Why did I wait, she thought. Dylan had spent another 143 days learning he was bad at math, instead of learning that mathematics could be something he could actually do. That evening, Maria picked up her phone. How many Dylans are in your classroom right now? They're not math people. How many teachers are exhausting themselves using methods that don't serve all of their students? You know something needs to change. The question isn't whether, it's when. The mathematics of regret is simple. Every day you wait is a day your students don't get back. All Learners Network transforms mathematics instruction for the students who need it most. Our approach works because it's built on how students actually learn, through constructing understanding, not receiving it or repeating the teacher's understanding. Don't wait. Your students are counting on you. Visit alllearnersnetwork.com or reach out directly, because the real question isn't what if it doesn't work. The real question is, what if it does and I waited?